Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Jordan, and today I'm here to talk about Scream 7. Now, we got some news a few days ago. I don't remember how many days ago, but definitely within the last week, where Neve Campbell has confirmed that she is coming back to the franchise. But not only did she confirm that, but she also confirmed another familiar face coming back to the franchise behind the screen. Behind the screen? Yeah, behind the screen. Okay, and that is Kevin Williamson. Not as the writer, not as a executive producer, but as the director. Now, the interesting thing about this is that he's only directed one movie, and that was back in the 90s. I still have yet to see it, but I definitely have to check it out now. But basically, today we're just going to get into my thoughts on the whole thing, and I'm going to share her post with you guys. Definitely some interesting news. I've been vocal in the past about, wanting Sydney to stay out of the franchise for now, and well, for the foreseeable future, forever, really, because I think that she deserves her peace. But hey, we're gonna get into it today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you do enjoy the video. For more content, go check out my new YouTube channel. It'll be in the description down below, as well as the comment section, pinned comment. Basically, it's a reaction channel where I react to movies, TV shows, and anime. So definitely check it out if that's your thing. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to go ahead and do is go ahead and read this post from Neve Campbell. It's on Instagram, and it's basically a picture of the script. And it says, "Hi all, I'm so excited to announce this news. Sidney Prescott is coming back. It's always been such a blast and an honor to get to play Sidney in the Scream movies. My appreciation for these films and for what they have meant to me has never waned. I'm very happy and proud to say I've been asked in the most respectful way, that's interesting, to bring Sidney back to the screen, and I couldn't be more thrilled. Well, actually, I could. Now, I've heard people say that the actually I could was kind of like a nod to, well, yeah, if they bring back Melissa, that would be great. You know what I mean? It could be better. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, she goes on to say, while I've been so incredibly lucky to make these films with both the master of horror Wes Craven and the wonderfully talented Matt and Tyler team, I've dreamt for many years of how amazing it would be to make one of these movies with Kevin Williamson at the helm. And now it's happening. Kevin Williamson is going to direct Scream 7. This was his baby, and it's his brilliant mind that dreamt up this world. Kevin is not just an inspiration as an artist, but has been a dear friend for many years. To the amazing Scream fans, I hope you are as excited as I am. See you on set at Kevin Williamson." I probably would have read that better if I had actually read the post before, but man, that's my first time reading it. And honestly, guys, my opinion on this, I'm excited. Now, if you're a fan of the channel, a supporter of the channel, you probably watched most of, if not all of my live streams and pretty much my videos. I've said in the past that I think they should never bring Sydney back for another movie because I think she deserves that peace and happiness. With that being said, like the reason being is just for the simple fact that I feel like how many times is Sydney going to be attacked, and it just makes it seem like her life is doomed just for misery and just being attacked. You know what I mean? Like her peace is being disrupted once again, and it's like, when is she ever gonna have peace? At this point, if I was Sydney, I would think that I would literally have no peace ever again. So I'm hoping that Scream 7 is gonna be her last movie. I'm actually, surprisingly, I'm excited for her to come back because this was really one of the only ways it was gonna get, the just the Scream fandom back on board. This is the only thing they could have announced um, for it to get back in the good graces of the fans, pretty much. But the cherry on the top was the Kevin Williamson announcement. I don't think any of us saw this coming, like literally at all. But the only problem I have is that he's not writing the film, But I don't know. I just don't see him not having any involvement. If he has involvement in the script, then I think my worries will go away completely. But technically, he has had involvement in 5 and 6 in the script, right? He's told Tyler and Matt or whatever to change certain things. He's given them advice as far as I've heard. So I don't know if, him doing the exact same thing will really help the film. But I mean, guys, the director, I mean, for Christ's sake, but that's no small thing, obviously. Without Wes Craven, I don't think Scream would have been as good as it was, even with Kevin Williamson's genius behind the script. But overall, I'm still pretty excited. I need to check out the one film that he's directed. See if I don't know. He's still basically a first-time director. That's the crazy part about this. Now he has worked with Wes for years, and I'm sure other very talented directors as well for years. So he could probably pick up on that. And he knows Scream inside and out. Besides Wes Craven, he's probably the one person on the planet that knows it better than anyone, because he's worked with Wes for years. He's worked on these movies for years. He literally created it. Like, I think we need to start giving Kevin Williamson the props he really deserves. He literally created it. Yes, Wes really brought it to fruition and made it the greatest thing of all time, maybe even better than Halloween. But you know what I'm saying, that's a hot topic. I'll make a video on that one day in the future. But you know what I'm saying, he's Kevin Williamson, so I'm excited. But as far as Sydney coming back, this is interesting because this opens the doors for a lot of things. Specifically Stu coming back. You guys know I do not want Stu to come back, even though he's literally like one of my favorite characters of all time, and he's my favorite Ghostface. I think Jill is a better Ghostface, right? But I have Stu at number 2 overall. But dude, Stu just did so much for me growing up, bro. Just so much comedic material. Just his lines are just so quotable. I love Stu. So people always feel like I'm a hater of Stu, and I'm like, dude, if anything, it's the opposite, bro. I don't want him to come back because of how much I actually love him, bro. I don't want them to bring him back and ruin what made his character good. But I'm gonna make a whole separate video on that, so I'm not gonna get too much into that. But however, I do think that we can't have a family member come back to try to kill Sydney. I think that would be so stupid, and dude, I hope they don't do that. That would actually, no matter how good the film is, once it gets to that part and it's like, haha, I'm your cousin, your uncle, like, you know what I mean? It's just it's played out at this point. You know what I mean? That's what I don't want to see. So that's one thing that I'm a little worried about. However, I am also interested, to see if maybe it's like a cult, or, shout out to Killjoy Jake, because I believe he actually brought up this concept, or maybe somebody around him did, and then he shared it, but I'm pretty sure he actually created it himself. What if Ghostface is coming after Mark Kincaid in this film? I think that would be very interesting. I honestly hope that's the route that they do end up going down, because I don't know, man. I just don't want to see somebody just like unless it's just like a crazed fan. Like, even Fate Decided, shout out to him. Check out his channel. Dude, even he was like, bro, I'd rather them like have the killer be just some crazy fan that just wants to kill Sydney just for fun. Same, bro. They can't make it a family member. But last thing I really want to talk about in this video, there's going to be plenty live streams to, discuss all our theories in depth. So stay tuned for that. Stay subscribed, keep on the lookout. But one thing I do want to talk about is obviously the controversy. People are saying, oh, it's muddied waters. This should feel good, but it doesn't really feel that good because they fired Melissa Barrera. Oh, and there's death threats being sent to Neve Campbell, which, like, I'm pretty sure they've already started sending death threats, just like they did to Christopher Landon, who was previously supposed to actually direct this film, but dropped out because of that very reason, being sent death threats. But people did not get this upset for Scream 6. People said, oh, I'm not gonna see it, and then they ended up seeing it anyways. And then the people that are saying I'm not gonna see it, it's like, who cares? Just don't see it then. Like, it doesn't really matter that much. But the thing is, my problem is people saying, oh, she's an asshole, whatever the fuck. Bro, where the fuck was Melissa Barrera when they didn't want to hire Neve Campbell for Scream 6, or they didn't want to pay her, I should say. They wanted her back, but they didn't want to pay her ass, bro. So where were they? You know what I mean? So I think that's just kind of hypocritical for you to now be going harder on Neve when they didn't drop out of the film for her. So why should she do the same? Also, this is money for her and her family, bro. So who are you to actually say, "Oh, you're a terrible person for coming back"? Just shut up, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's so annoying, bro, when you see stuff like that. But anyways, we're not gonna get political or anything on whether what Melissa Barrera said was right or wrong. It is what it is. You know, it's not a black and white situation, and I'm not a political channel, so I'm not gonna go into any of that. You know what I mean? Um, but honestly, man, last thing I'm gonna really talk about is, do I think this is the better route as opposed to what could have happened if we just continue with Sam and Tara? I wanted that, but honestly, in the future, I do think Spyglass is gonna sell the rights, and Melissa Barrera is gonna want to come back eventually, and I really do hope she does. I really want more of Sam Carpenter as well as Terry Carpenter. I think that's something I need in my life. You know what I'm saying? I've really grown an attachment to those characters. But this is also good, even as somebody who's been very vocal about not wanting Sydney to continue in the franchise. Please do not continue her past this film. Like, please do not do that. That's a mistake. I think this should be the full ending to Sydney Prescott's story. And honestly, man, after all the bad news, Melissa Barrera being taken out, Tara, I said Jenna Ortega, being taken out, this is actually good news for me, man. I'm actually excited to see her back. And lastly, I want to kind of beg a question to you guys. And I'm sure if you watch this channel, you're subscribed to Craven Something Scary. He actually brought up a theory of his as to why they fired Melissa over that dumb shit. Basically, as we know that Jenna Ortega has been dropped out of the film for months at this point. Even back, when that happened, it had been months. People thought they were lying. I thought they were lying. I thought that was just Jenna lying, like, oh, just to, not spark any more controversy. But Steven kind of brought up the prospect of, oh, what if basically they knew Jenna wasn't coming back and they just took that as an opportunity to fire Melissa because they didn't want to just, fire for no reason. That could be like a possibility. I don't know, man, but that's just kind of like a conspiracy type deal. So I'm not going to get into that too much. Let me know what you guys think about that. But lastly, sorry for that. But lastly, just comment down below your thoughts on this news. Are you excited she's coming back? Do you want her not to come back? Are you pissed that she's coming back because you stand with Melissa Barrera? Like, just let me know what you think about this. This is a discussion as usual. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if this is your first time coming to the channel. Stay tuned for live streams. My live streams be pretty lit. But that's about it for this video, guys. Lastly, I just want to know what you guys think about the whole thing. Comment down below your thoughts. Are you happy Sydney's coming back? Are you not happy she's coming back? Just your general thoughts, man. But with that being said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Go check out my JTF Reacts YouTube channel. We're doing reactions over there, TV shows, movies, anime, all that good stuff, when I'm finding time outside of work and overtime. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.